I am so lonely. Here is nobody. Who can I talk to? Hey guys! Today we want to talk about my feelings after coming back to Germany and what are the things that I miss after coming back from 6 months of travel through Southeast Asia. It's interesting because when you come back after 6 months, usually you're just really happy to go back to a routine and to your normal environment. I was also really happy to see my friends and family, but somehow, like, a few days in, and I felt like there are a lot of things that I just totally missed about Southeast Asia. Starting with a thing I would have never imagined to miss, which is the water at the toilet. Because when I was in India and I tried to clean myself after like pooping or peeing or whatever with water, I was struggling so hard and I found it gross. But somehow when I was in Malaysia, I finally figured out how to do it. And honestly, it feels so much cleaner, especially after pooping, than just using paper. Because with paper, you will never get everything off. And when you have water and it's just like then you're clean. This is what makes me use wet wipes all the time here, because I miss the water. And I don't get it, because the more Western and advanced the country gets, the less they are using water, although it's more hygienic. Like, why? At least it would be cool to have both options, but in European countries, you just don't have it at all. The second thing I miss is Grab. So it's basically a thing like Uber, like all of those online taxi services. It is so convenient. It is awesome. And I think a lot of European countries even have it, but Germany is just like, no. It is cheaper, you can get everywhere super quick. The only disadvantage is that you get so frigging lazy. And of course, it's not good for the environment if you're just taking a ride all for yourself. In Malaysia, I used that thing every day to go to work, and it just costed me like 3 euros. And I totally love the Grab rewards because I could always get my favorite coffee from Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf just for 2 euros because of my Grab rewards. Which also brings me to the cheap prices overall. When I was totally in that setting there abroad, I was seeing things that are just like 3 euros, but there, 3 euros are still expensive for a meal that you're eating out. So I was going to shop and I checked the menu and it was 3 euros and I'm like, oh, this is so expensive, I'm not gonna eat there. Then you come back to Europe and you see everything is at least 10 euros for one meal. So somehow my consumption got crazy in Germany because I just stopped buying things because they are too expensive compared to Asia. First thing is the crazy awesome food. Things like tempeh, and that every fruit you eat is always ripe while you buy fruits here and they taste like shit. And I totally miss things like spring rolls and smoothie bowls and definitely durian, because this is one thing that I just cannot get here at all. And it's a perfect combination because it's food and I love food and it's good food and then it's cheap and combination. Furthermore, somehow I miss the traffic. It is crazy because I felt the same when I was coming back from India, because there it was fucking crazy, but somehow it was fun at the same time when there were just like cows going over the street. Here it's so organized, people always obey like every ridiculous rule. What I hate the most about Germany is when passengers are standing in front of a red traffic light and you see there is nothing coming, like even a kilometer away there is nothing, and still people wait there like. And when you are the one to go over there, then you get judged by them with their expressions like, who is that girl? And somehow they manage to not hurt themselves while just driving how they want it. And also what I miss a lot are the scooters. I love the scooters. It was so much fun to drive around with them. You felt so free, the breeze in your hair. I had an accident there, but I still drove the scooter because it was so much fun and I felt so free and it was amazing. Some advice for the flirty girls and guys: get yourself a nice biker dude or chick, because it is actually the best flirting technique when you're sitting behind a guy and you're like hugging him from behind, or the guy like when he's sitting behind you and he's touching your legs or something. Just saying. The thing that I directly missed once I stepped off the plane was the weather. German weather is crazy. It's still winter. It's just like 1 degree Celsius most of the time. It was snowing a few days ago. To be honest, usually I also don't really like the super humid weather. Even when being there in rainy season, I prefer them more more than this bullshit weather. At least there it is warm rain, but here it is just freezing your entire soul. One thing that I totally miss is also being confronted with people from different nations. It is so cool to always speak English and to have people exchange their experience from when they grew up in their countries and about their culture and food and whatever. It's super interesting. But to be honest, while traveling, I still always met Germans and I was practically running away from them because I can always see them in my country, so why would I like to meet them all the time when traveling? Being in a very sociable environment is something that totally made my travel da bomb. I loved it to always be around people because I'm such an extrovert and I really miss that now. There were always people, constantly, always people to talk to. I mean, sometimes you don't want to see them, but the good thing about most hostels that I stayed in is that you could still have your privacy by just closing your curtains, and that was really enough for me. And now I'm sitting at home and sometimes I'm like, I am so lonely, here is nobody, who can I talk to? So then when I step out of my apartment in the real world again, I cannot stop talking because the energy was all inside me and I need to talk to people and get the information out. And overall, the coolest aspect of them all is seeing and exploring new things every day. You see beautiful sunsets, beaches, a lot of cultural events, lots of food, and you do things that you never did before. And you also do things that you maybe would have never done if you would just stay in your home country. So this is basically the thing that I love about traveling and what I totally miss in general, because you always have that feeling of getting out of your comfort zone, putting yourself into a new environment and learning to deal with the struggles and obstacles that you might face. And last but not least, I also miss the incredible people I met along the way. It was a pleasure to spend time with them, create a deeper connection with people you basically just met, and have some people enrich in your mindset and perspective, which is really valuable. So yeah, those are the things that I totally miss after coming back from my travel. Would you also like to see a video about me talking about the things that I missed about Germany when I was on travel? Because there are also some things. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and also check out my social media channels and my other stuff on here. I hope you have a wonderful day and I see you in the next one. Bye bye guys!